He likes to go to the same combinations, quite repetitively, whereas Crawford is unpredictable. And despite him not having the size, it's the shots that you don't see that hurt the most.
Just lets me know right there that I'm a threat to him. I'm a threat to him. I'm a threat to his legacy.
Canelo Alvarez, and that's just being honest. And I think what he has done in his career, he's proven everything.
Following their bout agreement, Terence Crawford sent Canelo Alvarez a scathing threat, stating unequivocally that he was going to upend the boxing world. He and his legacy are in danger because of me. I am already a dominant force in multiple weight classes, Crawford said confidently. Crawford isn't just here to fight. He's here to redefine greatness at Canelo's expense, and he thinks his speed, technique, and ring IQ will expose Canelo.
These excuses why he don't want to take a fight with me. If it's all about business, then you doing good business. If I'm easy work, I heard him say I'm easy work. If I was easy work, well, you would take all that money that he's offering you. But yet and still, he want 200 million for Benavidez, and he want 150 million to fight me. So that just lets me know right there that I'm a threat to him. I'm a threat to him. I'm a threat to his legacy, because it would be crazy for a guy that started at 135 to come all the way up to 168, your weight, no catch weight, no none of that, and dethrone you. So, he got that in the back of his head. This guy, for one, he's tough. For two, he's a boxer. He moves, he can punch, he can do it all. I can't slip up and lose to this little guy. Then what will my fans think of me? What will my Mexican people think of me?
With the fight confirmed, experts find this to be an intriguing collision of styles. Canelo Alvarez is a dangerous opponent because of his reliance on strong, repeating combinations and skillful counterpunching. If Terence Crawford, who is renowned for his unpredictable and astute timing, timed Canelo correctly, he could be able to create holes. Nevertheless, if Crawford is unable to gain Canelo's respect, the fight may be challenging. Crawford's power and experience in higher weight classes are thought to give him an advantage, but his technical skill and versatility may allow him to outperform his opponent in this stylistic contest. One must-see event is the Stylistic fight.
Well, I think Canelo, he likes to go to the same combinations, quite repetitively, whereas Crawford is unpredictable. And despite him not having the size, it's the shots that you don't see that hurt the most. And maybe Crawford can hit him with some unexpected shit. And because of the repetitiveness of Canelo, maybe he can time him. Maybe he can counterpunch with him, because Crawford is unbelievable at that. But I'm fascinated to see if Crawford has the power to get the respect of Canelo Alvarez, because when you don't, it's a long night. It's not nice. Like Crawford did well against Madrimov, and he won that fight for me quite clearly. But Madrimov was countering him. If you can counter the counter puncher, you can give them a lot of problems when they're not used to that. And Canelo can counter people really well. And as great as Terence Crawford is, we've never seen him in there with someone with the power of Canelo Alvarez. This is a different world of power. And look, maybe Canelo doesn't throw as many shots as he used to, and maybe Crawford might look at that and go, you know what, I'm going to try and outpoint this guy, not get into a war with him, but just show my boxing, genius and outpoint him and outland him. That's possible. It is. This is why this is such a fascinating matchup, man. We've been treated to some amazing fights. Usyk Fury, for example, this is another one of those mega fights on Riyadh season.
Eddie Hearn admits that Canelo Alvarez doesn't need to defend a bout with Jake Paul since he has already shown his mettle in the ring. He emphasizes that Canelo is now more of a businessman and is fighting for the huge payout, possibly $100 million or more, rather than for prestige.
And that's just being honest. And I think what he has done in his career, he's proven everything, right? His resume is unbelievable. And if you want to make 100 million to fight Jake Paul, right? Like the thing is about Canelo, he don't tell any lies. He's very transparent, right? He's not going to try and justify this fight to you that, no, what I'm doing it to bring boxing to a wider audience. No, he's doing it for a sackload of money. So whenever you put an opponent forward to Canelo Alvarez, his question is, how much? And he's a businessman at this stage in his career, right? And at the end of the day, someone is offering him whatever it will be, 80 million, 100 million, 120, to fight Jake Paul. A fight in which there is absolutely no risk. And by the way, you can't criticise Jake Paul, because the criticism for Jake Paul has always been, when are you going to fight someone decent? Well, guess what? He might be fighting Canelo Alvarez. I don't hate it. I'll be watching.
Maybe time to give up the belt still. That's the fight to take.
Yeah, maybe. It might be his last fight. Who knows?
Hearn argues for Jake Paul, claiming that he has been chastised for not taking on elite opponents, but that he may now take on Canelo. He acknowledges that Jake has little chance, describing Canelo as a dangerous fighter. He thinks Jake will suffer a significant loss yet still make a substantial sum of money.
No one's surprised that a fight like that's getting made, and I know you've gone out and said you do respect Jake Paul for getting in there. Canelo's a totally different beast to, a definitely out of his prime Mike Tyson. Just talk about how much respect you would have for Jake for taking that fight.
Only respect because of the money. I mean, he's not doing it for free. He's not doing it because he wants to prove himself as a great fighter. He's doing it for 100 mil as well, or whatever he's getting.
It's a very, very scary man.
It's dangerous, and he's going to get spanked.
How many rounds?
However many Canelo wants it to be. I mean, the only thing is, Jake's going to be a lot heavier and bigger. But listen, no disrespect to Jake's ability as a fighter. He's fighting Canelo Alvarez, who is one of the top fighters in the world. So, he's going to get spanked, but he's going to make a lot of money whilst...
Famous boxing promoter Eddie Hearn said just one day ago that there was real talk of a bout between Jake Paul and Canelo Alvarez. Hearn stated, "Give Canelo the money and he will fight anyone, regardless of whether it is Turkey," making it apparent that Canelo is always willing to fight provided the proper financial offer is made. It is clear from Alex's remark that Canelo was amenable to a bout with Jake Paul, as long as the commercial aspect of it made sense. Boxing has always been motivated by money, and Canelo is prepared to take on major bouts that will yield enormous payouts, just like any other elite boxer.
Nothing really. I mean, it was all very sudden, wasn't it? Is it in relation to the Jake Paul fight? I don't know. I mean, look, Canelo, I say all that. Canelo don't care, right? Give him the money, and he's going to fight. He doesn't really have, and this isn't a negative towards him, because he makes it clear he has no loyalty to anyone, right? None to me, none to PBC, none to Turkey Al Sheikh. Pay me the money, I will fight whoever you want me to fight. That's basically it. So I guess the talk was a Crawford fight. Now it looks like the Jake Paul fight is done, by all accounts. So does that make the Crawford fight less appealing? Because he's kind of moving into that world now. And I don't blame him, because he's going to make an absolute fortune to punch Jake Paul. And I don't mind the fight, I've got to be honest with you. I've given Jake stick over the years because he's done some things that I didn't like, and I'm just being honest. But you have to respect him for taking the Canelo fight. He's doing that because there's a huge amount of money on the table, but I don't mind seeing it. So yeah, I don't know I have no idea whether it's in relation to that or whatever. I've not had one conversation about it, but certainly, Canelo moving into that world, if you like, changes things perhaps in terms of...
Canelo Alvarez had originally been considering a fight with Jake Paul in May, in addition to talks for a possible fight with Terence Crawford. However, Turkey's Alec, the chairman of Saudi Arabia's General Entertainment Authority, was apparently not happy with the prospect of Canelo taking on Paul. As a result, the fight between Canelo and Paul was called off, and Canelo is now scheduled to face Terence Crawford in September.
We decided to pull the plug on the Canelo-Terence Crawford fight September 13th at Allegiant Stadium, Las Vegas Raiders Stadium in Las Vegas, due to the fact that Canelo Alvarez was trying to do a side deal outside of his 3-fight deal with Turkey Al Sheikh in Riyadh season to fight YouTube sensation turned professional boxer Jake Paul May 3rd. Turkey Al Sheikh wasn't happy with it. And so with that said, instead of getting 2 Hall of Fame iconic fighters, first ballot Hall of Famers, in Terence Crawford and Canelo Alvarez in September, Turkey Al Sheikh decided, I'll find a new super fight for Terence Crawford, and we'll take the deal off the table for Canelo Alvarez. Canelo Alvarez then decides, nope, he and his team pick up the phone. They have a conversation with Turki Al-Sheikh, and Turki Al-Sheikh and Canelo come to a 4-fight deal that's going to cancel the Jake Paul fight May 3rd, Las Vegas at the T-Mobile, and is now going to see Canelo Alvarez possibly face William Skull, the IBF undefeated Puerto Rican champion, at 168, May in Riyadh.
Regarding the rumored bout between Jake Paul and Canelo Alvarez, boxing trainer Greg Hackett offered his thoughts. He said that the fight was more than just a rumor. Hackett's observations, which claimed that Canelo is unable of defeating Crawford, illuminate the intricacies and discussions that go into major boxing bouts.
All right, so news got leaked that Canelo Alvarez and Jake Paul in May.
What?
So you got people that think it's a rumor. I can confirm that it's not a rumor. This is something that we've known for I'm going to say we've known for about 3 to 4 weeks.
That's not going to be a real fight, though. So that means Bud ain't happening.
No. They talking about Bud in September. Canelo, Jake Paul in May.
If he fight Jake Paul, he ain't going to fight Bud. Because I'm going to tell you why. He got to go up for Jake Paul. He got to go up for Jake Paul. Jake Paul not coming under 200 pounds. You understand? Canelo going to do the same thing Roy did to his body. He's going to go up and bring it back down, 68, fuck no. He's going to do the same thing Roy.
Jake Paul took to Twitter to vent his frustration over Canelo Alvarez backing out their high.
All right, let's do this. Canelo versus Crawford confirmed. Not a rumor, not speculation, not he said, she said, or someone leaking the story. Confirmed. And I guess the confirmation doesn't get much more rock solid than the Ring Magazine putting this story out first. Ring Magazine, obviously owned by Turkey. Turkey would have been the one to put this deal together, and Turkey would have had to given the green light for the Ring Magazine to even put that story out. That's as confirmation as you need it. That's it. The fight will happen in September. Touch wood, no injuries. Wow. Easily the biggest fight of 2025. I said a few days ago, Benavidez Morale was my most intriguing fight of 2025. Obviously, that's now been put down to second place because this has been announced. Nothing can be announced.
Highly anticipated fight. Asterisk breaking news. Canelo Alvarez ducked me. He has no regard for the pride of the Mexican people who support him on U.S. soil. It's not surprising. His whole career, he's done nothing for boxing outside the ring. I'm the new face of the sport. You can't have the biggest fight of 2025 without my name involved. When your events fail and lose money, you'll all realize who the real king of boxing is. Some want to see me fail, but I have other plans. This is the era of greatness asterisk. Following the fight's cancellation, Canelo Alvarez has signed a 4-fight deal with Turkish promoter Alec. This move marks a major shift in Canelo's career, aligning him with new promotional partners and paving the way for high-profile matchups.
Said that you'd like to go up against Canelo Alvarez. What gives you the right to call out a 59-2 boxer, one of the greatest of all time, when you've not yet proven yourself?
I'm predicting what's going to happen three more years from now.
So I'm
going to get to his skill level and beat him. I have one of the greatest self-belief systems in the world, and I know what I'm capable of. And with this new team, I can give Canelo a serious run for his money.
Would you ever do like exhibitions like that, or like people like Jake Paul call you out, or these like other big stars? Like, is that business-wise like even worth it?
When I'm done with boxing, why not? Maybe I do it. I think it's
like when you're done like competing at the highest level, you're saying?
Yeah, I think it's good because what happened there is other people who never watch boxing, or they don't know anything about boxing, they want to watch Jake Paul because he's coming from he bring fans from other world, right? Yeah. That's good because everybody enjoy it.
Would you ever entertain that idea when you're done?
Maybe.